what's up guys? Two-Wheel Turban. Haven't made a video in like months. Been off to college. I'm at University of Arkansas, so haven't had much time to make videos, but I was like, you know what? I can't just let this die. I gotta just at least try, you know, even if I don't get any views on this video. It's kind of fun just creating videos. So today we're gonna be looking at the Fiat Abarth, and the video title and what it's all about is, should you even modify these cars? Is it worth it to modify their factory form? So we're going to look into that today and find out, should you do it if you have one, and any car in general. Alright guys, so the main thing a lot of people modify whenever they get any car, and we're going to be talking about the Fiat Abarth here, is the engine. Everyone wants more power. It's pretty much the first thing we go to. So with the Fiat Abarth, the main thing, you know, some of the first things that you can do is things like a different intake than factory. You can get ECU tunes. You can even change out turbos, injectors. There's a lot of different things, spark plugs, etc. But is it worth it? So basically from factory, these cars make around 160 horsepower, which it sounds horrible, but these cars weigh pretty much nothing. So, you know, it's still pretty quick. But with these modifications, I've seen cars get up to around 250 horsepower, which makes, I mean, just the driving experience completely different. But is it worth it? So when you look into it, to bring your car up to around 250 horsepower, you're probably going to have to invest, you know, with front mount intercooler, all the necessary bolt-ons. It's going to be like $1,500. It's pretty expensive. So, you know, you got to look at that monetary. Is it worth it? When you could be spending that money, say, on tracking a factory car, definitely have to consider that. And also, you know, is it going to affect the longevity? Again, it's a Fiat. What's the reliability on it? You know, they call it fix it again, Tony. So who knows how long these things will last once you start increasing the power like that. But, you know, with any car, it's definitely something to consider. Is all those modifications worth it? You know, for if you're a car enthusiast, you know, it can be. But if you really want a car that's going to last a long time and perform, you know, reliably, you know, it might be better to stay stock. Alright guys, so with my Fiat, currently I really haven't done much. Just got this short ram air intake, which really I don't even know if it adds any horsepower, probably not, but it does make the turbo noise louder, which is a plus for guys, you know, car enthusiast girls, anyone who loves cool sounds from their car. And then also it's got a catless downpipe that I actually just had to reinstall, which was kind of a pain. So really nothing done too much with my engine. Honestly, if you ran a stock Abarth against mine, I would say it's pretty close, just because I haven't done a tune, and that's pretty much the main thing you do with these cars. You know, but you Abarth owners, I really want to know what you guys have done, if you've done anything to your engines, and if it's transformed it a lot. You know, I'd love to know that. But next, we're going to check out if you should modify your suspension on these cars. Alright guys, so stock, these Fiat Abarths, actually, it's kind of odd. When we got it, they sit really high. It's almost like a little monster truck. So, you know, if you're a car enthusiast, you're trying to keep up in the scene and not get too made fun of, you're going to probably want to lower it somehow. So you have a few different options. You can go the cheap way, which I did, which was just get shorter springs, which really isn't going to be too good for your suspension because the whole geometry, it kind of upsets it. But if you really want to go the correct way, I would recommend putting this car on coilovers. And what that does is it allows you to adjust suspension, adjust the ride height. It's just going to handle significantly better. So, you know, I feel like that's a modification, honestly, more important than engine, because these cars really aren't meant for, you know, that straight line performance. You're going to have a lot more fun, you know, taking it through the twisties and it handling, you know, significantly better than stock. So definitely, if you're an Abarth owner, you know, check out coilovers, all the different suspension upgrades you can do to this car, and I feel like that is definitely an upgrade that's worth doing. Engine, I'm still iffy about it because, you know, like I said, these cars aren't necessarily made for that. Alright, next up, we're going to be looking at my riced out spray painted wheel. Sorry for you guys' eyes, it probably looks horrible. But another important thing to think about these cars that you could upgrade is the brakes. So from factory, the brakes are okay. They're pretty small brakes, to be honest. Not that powerful at all. So like I said, with these cars, I think it's honestly more important to stay away from the engine and focus more on suspension, brakes, things that are going to make it handle better and drive better than trying to get a faster 0 to 60 time, even though it is tempting to try to get a car that's faster. But definitely brakes. I've seen some big brake kits for these cars, Brembos. There's a lot of different brands out there that are definitely targeted towards the Abarth market that can significantly help. So yeah, definitely check that out if you're an Abarth owner. Alright guys, so yeah, I covered some of the main things that you can modify on these Fiat Abarths. And also, you know, the exhaust system's kind of included with the engine. As I said, that catless downpipe definitely changes the sound of this car. But you know, it's really cool, the aftermarket scene for these cars. There's actually a lot of brands out there doing stuff. But I want to know, in your guys' opinion, if you had a sports car or any car, do you guys feel it's worth the money to modify your car? Or are you better off just keeping it factory and having that extra money to spend on other things? I'd love to hear your guys' comments down below, what you guys would do with this car or any car you guys have. Is it worth it to modify them? And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Happy to be back. And please subscribe. Thank you.